We are here with our first iTalk with Professor Milind Guzarkar. So I would like to tell in brief about Sir, and then we will let Sir to speak most of the times and share his experiences and knowledge. So we all know about Guzarkar Sir, and I would like to share a brief about him. That Sir has completed his graduation from Akola and Masters from SPA Delhi in Industrial Design in the year 1995. He has a great practical experience also, since he is actively working as the founder of Milind Guzarkar Associates. Currently, he is pursuing his PhD from BNIT, and he is head of the department at Ideas Nagpur. Professor Guzarkar is a keen researcher of rural architecture and cultural practices and settlement science, and this is the prime reason he is into introducing this rural design studio, which is being successfully being held from around 3 years, right? So,
Yeah.
so and also vertical design studies in ideas, which is called as IDO. So he is a man of multifaceted knowledge, and he has very interesting hobbies, and his time management skills are also very famous. So we would uh, run around these discussion
Yeah.
in the in around 1 hour. So thank you so much, sir, for giving your time, and we welcome you in this session.
Yeah. Thank you, Shivani.
So,
Thank you for my introduction.
uh, so we would begin with first of all, that how are you spending this lockdown and quarantine period, and how has your lifestyle changed since few
Uh,
months?
Quarantine period have brought a lot of pauses in my life. Generally, I am running around with so many things simultaneously, but
Hmm.
this quarantine has a lot of pause, lot of ठहरा वाला है जिंदगी में. And due to that,
Yes.
one of the major hobbies which I basically follow is about reading books, gardening, then cooking. So these kind of
Hmm.
activities are going on. But reading is a major activity which is been really useful for me. So
Hmm.
that is one of the time which has been occupying a lot of time. As regards my schedule and lifestyle, like I follow a strict schedule of sleeping at nine and getting up
Hmm.
at 4 in the morning. But now the schedule has terribly changed, and I stay up late a bit around 10:30, 11 o'clock. That's max what I could stay. But I get up in the
Oh.
morning at 5, and such kind of things are happening. So not major change in lifestyle, but then yes, a lot of pauses have brought to see things in retrospect in this lockdown.
So many good things are happening as you are reading,
Yeah.
and cooking, and which usually we don't get time to engulf into in our busy
Yes,
schedule.
in busy schedule, we generally don't have time to even reflect to what we have done till date, you know.
Yes.
So this allows a lot of things to look back and see what we have done
Yes.
and what one could, do. That's what helps such kind of pauses.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we are also part of nature, and nature altogether is retrospecting. Meanwhile, in these 2 months, as we are seeing
yeah,
everywhere, this is happening in terms of human beings, and also overall part of the nature.
yeah,
Everybody is retrospecting.
yeah.
So, so now my second question would be that we want you to share your journey of architecture. Like, how did you get into interest in
Well,
architecture, and when
yeah, yeah.
you got into
Uh,
this field?
yes. I graduated from Akola when I was a kid in 12th. I was absolutely clueless as to what is to be done with.
Hmm.
So, in front of my house in Amravati, there was this gentleman architect, Vishwajit Tujaburkar, who is passed out first batch possibly from JG College. So
Okay.
he would tell me that why don't you join architecture? So I was not aware of what this course was. And so
Hmm.
randomly, I basically stumbled upon this course, and really I enjoyed these 5 years of my graduation. And during this journey of 5 years, there was a major change. Like we didn't had digital media that time, so
Hmm.
whatever we have to
Yes.
see, we have to read physically, visit buildings physically, visit libraries physically, and there was no copy paste, there was no
Hmm.
Xeroxes, and
No
that's why,
AutoCAD.
yeah, no AutoCAD, everything was manual, all reports were done manually. And
Yeah.
due to that, this journey was really very intense and intimate for us. You know, what I find these days, many a times, this Wikipedia and Google, lot of information is just lifted up and copy pasted without even understanding what it is. But in our days, I
Yeah.
remember I used to visit JJ School of Architecture library in Mumbai from Akola and then sit there for days
Mm-hmm.
together for the entire day. I wonder how many of you have sat in the library for entire day for continuously 3 4 days.
Yeah.
So
Rare.
that was a
Rare.
really nice experience for us that way. Without even landlines were not there in those days.
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
had my training from Nashik, and I used to spend a lot of time cycling around in Nashik hinterlands, like
Mm-hmm.
visiting villages, visiting houses, and that really opened up a lot of things to how to talk to people and how to understand things. And Nashik was really close to my heart, a very nice town.
Mm-hmm.
I did my training over there. And after that, after my graduation, I joined Marathwada Institute of Technology in Aurangabad as a faculty for a brief
Okay. So
period
you
of seven. Yeah,
okay. You were into
for a,
academics after
I was right
completion.
away in the academics because I wanted
Okay.
to do
Okay.
my post graduation. So I prepared my GATE and SEED examination
Ha
there,
ha
and
ha.
then I joined SPA Delhi.
Okay.
So I at that time got admission to both institutions, that IIT Mumbai through SEED
Hmm.
and SPA. So I
Mm-hmm.
had to choose which institute. So I chose a city rather than an institute. So I thought
Ha
Delhi
ha.
offered me a
Yes.
lot of cultural overlays, and
Hmm.
so I chose Delhi as my town to study my post graduation. Delhi offered me a lot of small towns in and around, which has craft based hobby, like activities. Like Khurja, if in case you look at Khurja, is essentially in pottery. The entire town
Hmm.
does pottery. Then
Okay.
Saharanpur does furniture. Muradabad does, brass works. Faridabad, Firozabad does glass work. So every Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, we used to visit these towns and, understand how people, work from their home and see this craft. And the entire village basically functions as a institute wherein each and everyone
Mm-hmm.
supports each other. So visiting these villages opened up a huge lot of possibilities for me to understand crafts in India. And it was a group of 6 7 people where used to visit these things. Also, one of the
Hmm.
things which we did was visiting Sunday market. Those people who are
Okay.
in
Yeah.
Delhi should make a point to
Hmm.
visit Sunday market. It's a huge market of books and some artifacts,
Mm-hmm.
which
Okay.
makes you have a varied cross section of what people read and what people discard in terms of artifacts. So that way, my
Mm-hmm.
education was not just a studio education, but a lot of experiences in terms of outside the institution and studying the city. So that is how
Okay.
it was. And then coming to Nagpur was, you know, a chance which happened. I was not destined to come to Nagpur and even join
Okay.
academics. I had a
Okay.
classmate who thought that I should go and teach.
Mm-hmm.
And she on her own applied to Priyadarshini at that time. There were some posts of faculty. And
Okay.
my brother had some engagement in Nagpur, so I happened to be in Nagpur. So I appeared in the
Hmm.
interview. Gadkari sir was my person who took the interview. And he said
Okay.
that, where are your drawings? Where are your certificates? So I was without that for the interview.
Ha 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 ha.
And then I said, I don't want to join actually education. But he
Hmm.
said that you have a potential to join. So why don't you join? So I went
Yeah.
back. I was actually into product design. I was working with
Okay.
Studs helmets and
Okay.
Kelvinator fridges.
Mm-hmm.
So I was designing helmets for them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the marriage of my brother came and I came down to Nagpur, and that was the date of joining Priyadarshini.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So much
Uh, yeah. And I,
uncertainty and
uncertainty. And I straight away went in an auto and joined Priyadarshini and left Delhi. So that is
oh
how I
my
came
God.
to Nagpur. Yeah, that is
Quick.
how I came to Nagpur. Or else I wouldn't
Ha
have
ha
been
ha.
to Nagpur. I would have been to Delhi. But one thing was in
Ha
my
ha
back
ha.
of mind that I would never wanted to settle in a big city.
Ha.
Always wanted to be in a smaller city because smaller city offers you a lot
Mm-hmm.
of things as against a bigger city. So that's how I landed in Nagpur and how landed in Priyadarshini and then into education and then into ideas. So this is what the chance was.
I would like to also want to know, and everybody, I think surely wants to know that after you pursued your graduation, right?
Mhm.
How did you decide upon product design as your further branch to study? Or
Uh, Architecture post-graduation, there are three basic divisions into post-graduation. One is pure architecture, wherein we can talk about urban design, then conservation.
Mhm.
Then the second vertical is about planning. And third is about pure design, which is about product design and industrial design and graphic
Yeah,
design. So
yeah.
I wanted to scale down my things. As I said, that I never wanted to be in a big city. I wanted to be in a smaller city and more sensitive towards what are the things around me. And that's how I joined product design. And a chance meet to Professor Atwankar, who is still in IIT Delhi, Mumbai, IDC. He is a professor there. Professor Atwankar, he inspired me to, work into product design and join this design field. So
Okay.
that was one of the reasons as to how I went there. And during those days, one never knew how to prepare a portfolio and how to appear for
Okay.
interviews. So again, going to Delhi was a chance, appearing for the interview was a chance, and getting selected was a chance. So that is how I went for post graduation in product design.
Okay. So you must have went in 1993 as you completed it in 1995. So
Yeah, I went there.
yeah.
First year was 97, graduation complete 92, joined 94, 95 I completed, and 96, I think, and 95 I joined Priyadashini.
Okay. So
So,
you didn't work actually much longer
no,
in Delhi.
yeah, this is one more thing which I did is during both my UG and PG, I was constantly working in various offices.
Okay.
Yeah,
Throughout your study time.
it's
Yeah.
throughout my studies as architect, as assistant architect, as draftsman, as designer, as site engineer, so many possibilities. During my second year onwards, I started working.
Okay. So not
So
just waiting for the training time period,
no.
which
So
they
I was
actually have. Yeah.
yeah, I was working constantly.
Okay. Okay. So the next question to you is regarding the journey of establishment of our college ideas, because it's very unique when we see that architects coming together to establish an academic association and an
Yeah,
institute for
yeah,
it's a big thought and philosophy. So how did you
yeah.
all come up with
Yeah,
that idea? And
actually, when I joined Priyadarshini, we were a very nice, cohesive group of people. Professor Uday Gadkari, then Purohit sir, Ketan, Rahul Deshpande, Ajay sir, Akshay Patil. We all were of same thought, though, but completely different in our applications. You still find a lot of difference in us. Though we have been together for so many years, but still there is a very
yeah.
different approach in our understanding things, teaching methods, and everything. So at that time, we thought that creative education need a lot of patronage, and it has to be away from administrative clutches, and that's how ideas was born. And there was a reason of founding this institution, primarily to break away from a formal university pattern. So we thought that there were three major things which one need to have in creative education, that is experiences, experimentation, and exploration. A
Yeah.
tight academic format of an institution attached to a university does not allow many a times to do for these experiences, exploration, and experimentation. So Ideas is a unique platform wherein the management were the teachers and the teachers were the management. And due to that, it allows a huge amount of freedom for us to explore, experiment, and give experiences.
Yeah.
And that's the very reason we have all these projects which possibly other institutions does not have that much. That like vertical design studio, for example. Then we have all summer studies, winter studies coming in. So then rural design studies. Then we have a lot of design courses which are simultaneously happening around. So all these courses, you'll find that many of them they don't have academic evaluations. So the
Yeah.
moment we have courses which are tucked away from the academic evaluation system, it gives a lot of freedom to the faculty to experiment and also for the students to break free from their things. So you'll find that
Hmm.
all kind of students from our institutions, they are very actively participant in vertical design studio and rural design studies, because they are away from the formal, stick of academic format.
Hmm.
So Ideas is basically a platform where a lot of experimentation, exploration, and possible experiences are to be given with. Also, we never thought that technical education, mathematics, and the functional responses to the current trends in architecture should be addressed as a core values to Ideas. We thought that
Hmm.
a lot of liberal arts, humanitarian approach, social studies should be the backbone of an institution.
Hmm. Yes.
Nowadays, knowledge is many a times assumed as information, which is not the case, because everything is
Yeah.
available on net, on Wikipedia, on everything. So things have changed a lot. So what is more
Yes.
important is to give experiences to the students. What
Hmm.
is more important is to allow them to explore. What is more important to do a lot of experimentation, and that's what we do in Ideas. So the mundane teaching methods which we have in the university format, that much 50% is there, and 50% is this exploration which does not have an academic evaluation. So that allows students to give their fullest. Also, there are a lot of good faculties in our institutions which do a lot of experimentation in various fields.
Hmm.
So we have these kind of platforms which allows them to build up base for people to look into and to work on. So
Yeah.
Ideas, what I feel, is the starting for a student to initiate his thought process. And after that, he has to capitalize on that. So it's not the
Hmm.
end of his education.
Yeah. You just
So,
show them the
yeah,
path so they can
yeah,
move ahead as far
yeah,
as they want to.
yeah, that's what it is. So, what is more important for us is the post relationship of a student with the institution, and to observe what the student is doing. So you'll find out that our students are into various kind of fields, which we are
Yes.
really proud of. The students who are working apart from construction, academics, and a lot of experimentation is being done.
Yeah.
So that is how the institute has to be.
Hmm.
So that was
That
the
that's
core, core. That was the core for this institution.
yeah.
And I feel after 10 years, we find that lot of spirit of entrepreneurship is being imbibed into students. So when I
Yes.
say entrepreneurship, it's not earning money.
Hmm. Hmm, hmm.
So it's been having joy in life. Yeah.
Yes. And the thing is, I also used to think initially that most of the architects and people who are into architecture, they are only majorly into practice and academics. These are
Yeah.
just the two options which majorly
Yeah.
people look up to.
Yeah.
So there is a need actually to look at how holistically we could be part of the society and contribute as human beings rather than just as architects.
Yeah.
So uh, yeah, now
You
we
know,
want to know about your, yeah,
yeah.
please.
Yeah,
You
you
were
were
saying
asking something.
something.
Yeah, basically
I
what I
was,
thought, that architecture is a profession of applied sciences,
hmm,
So there, I generally or always feel that there has to have a very good combination of practice and preaching, both.
hmm,
So I feel that all faculty should practice, and they do practice
hmm,
in our institution. And also, all practicing architects should teach,
hmm,
because this balance allows you lot of answerability to each another.
hmm, hmm,
uh, Both the fields require an extremely different approach in handling minds, you know.
hmm.
So, like I have been into full-time practice and full-time teaching for the last, I think,
Yes.
25, 30 years.
Hmm, 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 hmm.
So, after taking a lecture on design and immediately in the evening having a meeting with the client, you
Hmm,
need to
hmm, hmm.
completely flip your mind into a different mode. But teaching always allows you to have a lot of waves of young minds coming in, and experimentation coming in. And practice allows you to, what you are teaching, trying to demonstrate into them.
Yeah.
So I've always thought that whatever you teach, you should preach, and whatever you preach, you should teach.
What
So
a
that's
amazing
been,
thought.
yeah,
Everybody should
yeah,
just quote and follow it, because what I also see that many a times most of the teachers or academicians, they just choose one field, that I am only an academician or I am just a practitioner, in terms of doing article practice as a profession,
yeah,
but if we follow this thing, so we can contribute very much holistically, and both of them will grow. If we,
yeah.
because
It
if
is,
there are,
it is a bit difficult to manage both things. Let me tell you very, very
yes, that
frankly.
is one of our question.
Yeah,
That how do
because
you manage these both worlds?
you know, you have to be a phantom. Yeah, you have to be present everywhere, every time. So I remember running around for projects, handling clients, at the same time taking a lecture, and time management is what is more important. I believe that the person saying कि मेरे पास समय नहीं है
हाँ
काम
हाँ हाँ.
करने के लिए, he is a bad time manager.
Hmm.
So, like, in spite of all these things which I do, I have loads of time to sit and do nothing. So that is one of the thing which I practice, the art of doing nothing.
Hmm.
So practice allows you to get the things done, and teaching allows you many a times to polish your things.
Yeah.
And I feel that students should look at our profession like 5 years of academics which he has done, plus 5 years of exploration. Don't expect immediate results. Just go around, travel, read books, understand people, because those things are generally not taught in architecture courses. And you need to, explore a lot into how
Yeah.
to handle minds, because I feel that creative education brings a lot of ego. Post graduation brings again a huge ego, and practice does not actually need a ego. So this allows you to flip your sides. So time management is important. I still follow a very strict routine in my
Yeah,
every
and then we
course.
want to ask you that how do you do it? How is your,
Many a times we feel that working late is a very good result, but I feel the opposite. I generally work in the morning because
yeah.
you are fresh in your mind, and you have very less distraction in mornings. So it's been a habit for me since so many years, sleeping at 9 o'clock and getting up at 4 in the morning. That allows you a very healthy approach towards things, a good pause. Because if in case you find out that from morning 4 to up to 8 or 9 o'clock, you get 4 hours to work. But if in case you start working at 9 in the night and you work up to 1 o'clock,
Yeah.
4 hours, but the next day you are so overwhelmed कि मैंने रात को बहुत काम किया है, सुबह बहुत देर सोते हैं.
Yes.
So, but the effective amount of work is again 4 hours only. So that's why I
Yes.
always advise students to have a very strict routine in terms of things, and just be very efficient in handling time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is how working in mornings, and then evenings also must be, your evenings must also be engaged because you do practice and you must be having your
No, but I
meetings
generally
with clients.
wrap up my office work at 8 o'clock in the night.
Okay.
You have to make people adapt yourself,
हाँ हाँ
अगर सबको पता चला कि ये 8 बजे बंद करता है, 9 बजे सो जाता है, so
हाँ
no
हाँ
one would call you after 9. They'll always think कि ये सो गया है, अभी नहीं फोन करते, कल फोन करते हैं. So that is how people adapt yourself.
yeah.
और हम लोगों को वो आदत डालनी जरूरी है, because what I feel, personal time, me time is very important. to recoil yourself than to
Mm-hmm.
slog for hours together.
Yeah.
So वो ठहराव हर दिन में होना ही चाहिए, 1 2 4 घंटे का.
And as students, how is time management important for them? Because as students we feel बाप रे कितने सारे subjects है, कितना काम है, and I don't know why we didn't used to get time when we were students, but after it's
You
more
know,
difficult to manage time after graduation.
yeah, the biggest thing you guys of this time and age and period is distraction.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
I agree.
during our time we had very less distraction. So a person who could handle distraction is a success. The
Yeah.
opposite side is to remain focused on. So for you, like computer games, mobile, you know, a lot of distraction, WhatsApp and Facebook, though they help you a lot, but then these are distractions. You have to be extremely focused on what you need to, you know, I don't know whether you all people do or not. You have to have pages written for a day, a month, a year, and 5 years. You know, these are the
Okay.
things which I have to do.
Hmm.
And if in case they don't have fun, you should get restless.
Okay. Okay.
Ah,
Right. मतलब if
yeah,
I've missed something in one day
yeah.
that I was supposed to do, then it should
Hmm.
make me restless.
Yes. The moment you allow yourself to accommodate mismatches in your time, तो
Yeah.
आपकी body भी और mind भी उसको allow कर देता है.
कि
So
चलता
if
है.
in case there is a target of 10 things to be done with,
Yeah.
so 11 चीजें होनी चाहिए, 10 नहीं.
Hmm.
हम लोग satisfy हो
I
जाते कि
remember.
9 हो गए तो, yeah, you were saying something.
I remember once when we were in college and we were doing our thesis, and I remember Madhura and myself were there in your cabin. So you said that you were telling us stories about your thesis time period, and then you told us that before 10 days, my sheets were
Yeah,
finished, locked in the box,
packed in
10
the
days
box.
before the jury.
Yeah. You know, there is a lot of sense of achievement when you finish your work before time.
Yeah.
Or generally we are hesitant to do work, so I follow this rule of अब नहीं तो कब.
हाँ.
कब तो वो तो करना ही है, तो उसको पहले क्यों नहीं कर लेते, बाद में
Hmm.
करने से अच्छा. So many a times we are reluctant, जब तक हमारे एज तक के नहीं आता है, सर तक के नहीं आता है, we don't start working. So
Yeah.
rather than just finish it off early, it allows you to lot of correction post finishing. So that is how. But many a times I find कि वो कई बार घाई घाई में काम हो जाता है, तो it is hasty work and people feel कि ये बहुत ज्यादा घाई करता है, and he generally rushes around things. So many a times people are not happy working with me at times in such
Okay.
pace of working. Yeah.
But it is both ways. मतलब it can be hasty even if we work on time. मतलब on time,
Yeah.
as in
हाँ.
not prior, completing it prior the time period. So yeah. So should we move to the next question?
Yeah.
So now we want to know about your hobbies and interests which are apart from architecture. All of us know that you love these vintage cars, traveling in your Thar, off-roading and rallies and all these things. So how did you develop these, and how sincerely you practice your hobbies also, not just treating them casually?
Yeah. Now the key to all these ideas, this thing is diversity.
Okay.
You need to have diversification in everything, in your investment of time, in your friends, in your workplace, in your things you do, in your investment as money. So diversity means one vertical should not be aware of the other.
Okay.
Yeah. So that if in case there is a setback in one, the other is not affected. So you have to have a very diverse. So I like, if in case you see that I have a very diversified friend circle. Like for example, my jeeping friends, they don't know what I do in the institution.
Okay. Yeah.
हाँ, मतलब मेरा इंस्टीट्यूशन का जो कैरेक्टर है वो उन्होंने कभी देखा ही नहीं है, और आप लोगों ने मेरा जीपिंग का जो कैरेक्टर है वो शायद कभी देखा नहीं है.
हाँ
So the
सुना है
point,
बस.
yeah, suna hai. So the point is you have to have a diversified approach towards things. Now it is very
Okay.
easy to say this, but very difficult to execute it. You know.
Hmm.
Now there are two things which I look at into things. One thing is you do those jobs which earn money,
Okay. Yeah.
and second you do those jobs which earns you joy. बराबर पैसे की
Okay.
जरूरत होती है. So there are two things which
Yes.
one need to do. So like I have my office, I have my college. So office earns me some amount of money and college gives me a lot of joy. So there are two diversified, like many of people don't know even what I do in my office or where my office is and how does my office function. Now, Jeeps, off-roading, vintage vehicles, these are all obsessions. One possesses them and cherishes them. And they allows you a lot of diversity in your mind, the way your pets allow you to do, you know,
Yeah.
the way your books allows you to do. So I could go and talk to my vehicle. I could go and sit with my vehicle for hours together, and that gives me different kind of feeling when I'm within them. Like these days, what I am majorly missing is driving.
Yeah.
So I am generally a solo driver. I love solo driving.
Okay.
So solo traveling even. So every student I should after passing out should have a 1 year solo travel.
Wow.
Yeah. एक
Yes.
साल without any objective, go by a third 3-tier AC train. Don't go by flights or a state transport bus or grab a vehicle,
Yeah.
put in books, tent and बस निकल जाओ एक साल के लिए. You know that would give you huge amount of experience and joy which you would cherish and would be useful for you to when you deal with people. You know, we
Yeah.
architects have a very nice cross section of society to handle with.
Okay.
And to talk to any person, you need to have some basic information about it. And unless and until you
Yeah.
don't read and experience that, you can't have a platform to talk with somebody.
Yes.
So that establishes a connect. So diversified knowledge base also helps you a lot. So the word which I would always cherish is diversification, and that's why my hobbies are diversified.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
linking the next question to the same thing, that
Hmm.
there are various types of traveling that people do.
Yeah.
One which we do with our family, and one which we go just as tourists, or maybe anything like that. So how do we convert our traveling into a kind of exploration where we get to know the culture of a place, or uh, yeah, basically the culture and the what you call the soul of the place,
Yeah,
like you
one
said.
thing, like many a times we are into an obligation of when you are of your age to travel with a family.
Yeah.
And traveling with a family is always a over caring father mother who will always look at you
Yes.
saying कि ये मत करो वो मत करो उधर मत देखो ये मत करो वगैरह वगैरह. But having
Yeah.
said that, now I think you all are best time to travel alone. And when you
Yes.
do that, first thing is to explore the locals.
Yeah.
So when I say locals, it is local food, local language, local houses, local people, local clothing, local signboards, local shops, local market, local bazaars. You just stroll around, observe, and go on accumulating all those things which you see. You go to a
Yeah.
town, say in South India, in a small village, and just roam around in a bazaar. You get so much
Yeah.
amount of information as to how people handle things, and that is so
Yeah.
enriching. So that is how I think. Don't go in for big hotels and nice rooms. No, just go for smaller towns and good food और local में ही ज़्यादा you'll get more information because other things they basically
Mm-hmm.
pose to be good, all hotels and all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I would like to ask you that what is your source of inspiration in maybe in work or anyways in life? मतलब we look up to few people, one or few maybe, I don't know.
Well, source of inspiration, I don't see this inspiration issue as a romantic inspiration, you know.
No, I am
So
no,
no,
not
I'm not
as
get romantic in a sense that you can't have a saying कि ये मुझे inspire करता है और उसके वजह से मुझे ये होता है. Like
no.
I
It
treat
can be a
inspiration,
thing or I don't know.
yeah,
मतलब
yeah.
it
So
cannot be a person also.
yeah, I know. So inspirations are very
Hmm.
small dashes in my life, a
Okay.
dotted line, a dash line. So anyone could inspire me. A
Yeah.
person whom I meet, a small book which I read, things around, anything.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to have a very, keen attitude towards perceiving things rather than seeing them.
Okay.
So the moment you start perceiving them, you start understanding the crux of that things, and that is how
Hmm.
you derive a lot of stories from that. And all those things inspire me a lot. So there is no single inspiration as such,
Yeah.
but just dashes and dots around my life which inspire me a lot.
Okay. Tell us something about your favorite places which you have loved to travel and where you want to go. मतलब it can be like which you have already traveled and places where you aspire to visit in coming
Yeah,
days. Uh,
like as I said earlier, I would love to travel to places which are culturally very vibrant, which
yeah. Hmm.
exposes a lot of has retained their contextual culture. So those are
Hmm.
the places which I generally would like to travel. So of late, like some years ago, we had a study tour to Uzbekistan. That was really very nice,
Yeah.
and I still cherish it. Then towns like Lucknow,
Hmm.
then Bhopal. So these are small towns which make me. I would wish to visit Turkey someday,
Okay. Hmm.
Istanbul, wherein there is a lot of cultural confluence happening around. So
Yeah.
these are the places not getting overwhelmed with their tourist overview. So I
Hmm.
feel traveling to any places where even people are not there, like jungles are one of the places which I travel a lot.
Yeah.
And many of them possibly might be going to this jungle census which have in summers, Buddha Jayanti ko hote hai.
Yeah.
So that is a
Okay.
very nice concept. I think everyone should go and experience that. It's
Where
a 20,
where can we find them?
it generally happens on Buddha Purnima, which is in the month of May,
Okay.
and they
Okay.
put the jungle authorities put up into newspapers for having volunteers to go for the census. Now the idea is
Okay.
they'll ask you to report to a particular jungle on which we have been associated at around 8 in the morning. And then
Hmm.
12 o'clock, they'll drop you to a location inside a jungle which is nearby a water body and on a machan on a tree.
Huh.
So you have to climb up to that tree. You have been associated with one of them, one person from the forest as a guard, and then you have to
Yeah.
stay there for the next 24 hours
On that Machan for
on that
24 hours.
machan.
Okay.
Yeah, just watching and
Hmm.
making a note of how many what kind of animals are arriving at those small water body which are been associated with. Now,
Oh,
apart
okay.
from this observation of the forest, sitting at
Hmm.
one place for 24 hours
Yeah, that is also
is,
require lot of
yeah,
patience.
yeah. So that allows you very nice experience about yourself. So I think वो सब चीजें सब लोगों ने करनी चाहिए. So that is one of the place I which love to visit. Would love to go.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
This is nice. We all should. We can try. I think this year it might not have happened because recently
Yeah, this
Buddha
year it
Purnima
didn't
was there.
happen because it was
Maybe.
all
Yeah.
pandemic, so it didn't happen this year.
Yeah. Okay. So on now I want to ask you this that as you have been into academics and practice also, what
Yeah.
what if a person who wants to pursue architectural practice as young architects or yeah, maybe after post graduation or after even after graduation, so what are the things that they should keep in mind as trends have been changing over the time period, and what
Yeah.
suggestions you would like to give?
Though the
uh,
trends are changing, but still the
yeah.
concept of architecture design and practice has not changed a lot, you know.
Okay.
And India being a very diverse country,
Hmm.
there are various kinds of practices one could look at.
Hmm.
The kind of practice a metro city offers is different from a kind of practice a three-tier city or a two-tier city offers. So
Yeah.
one has to basically first understand what kind of life one wants to have. Whether as I said earlier, like I selected a town
Hmm.
to settle. So you need to select a scale of town to settle where you want to. So whether you want to go
Okay.
to a metro city or would you want to a two-tier city, and according to that, the approach towards practice changes a lot.
Yeah.
But having said that, I feel that you need to have, like medicine, for example. If in case you look at medicine, a doctor practices after 10 years of his graduation. So for 5 years
Yeah.
he does his medicine education, and then for 5 years for post graduation, 3 years for internship and other kind of things, and then he actually goes into
Mm-hmm.
for this. But many a times we find students rushing into establishing their offices immediately.
Okay.
That basically I think should be avoided a lot, because that does not allow you to establish your distinctiveness.
Okay.
So you need to go out, explore yourself for 5 years minimum,
Mm-hmm.
to practice in some other's office, go visit different towns, get out of your comfort zone, see people,
Mm-hmm.
and then you could come back and then you could start your practice. And also should have a fair idea of what kind of life you want.
Hmm.
So that defines what kind of practice you want to have. Now, once you
Okay.
start with, one has to have a very strong sense of integrity when
Hmm.
you work in the practice, and have a very creative approach towards things. As I said earlier, that we should know how to read minds of people, and that helps a lot in practice. Unfortunately, architecture education does not allow you to, or does not have this fact of how to handle people. The architects are very bad at
Yeah.
handling people.
Yeah.
So for these 5 years, you could invest in people,
Okay.
you know. So you invest in people and invest in culture, and then you could start your practice after 5 years by
Okay.
selecting a town or city where you want to. So don't rush into immediately starting with the things, and have a very creative approach towards all kind of works you do. No work is small. Even a small renovation could allow you a lot of possibilities of being creative.
Yes.
So don't
Yes.
settle for a mundane approach towards things. Always have a
Okay.
that allows, will client love that things. I remember my clients coming back to me even after 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and
Mm-hmm.
asking to again handle those projects. So you have to have that rapport with your client, wherein you should also enjoy designing and executing that work with your client.
Yeah.
And during this journey, money should happen.
Hmm.
Obviously, you have to have, as I said earlier, two, three, four different source of incomes developed, which allows you to do this kind of tolerances in your practice. Unless and you don't
Yeah.
have this diversified source of incomes, you can't do these things.
We should not burden ourselves only with just one
Yeah, and
linear approach. Maybe.
yeah, and this would happen only if, in case you have a multifaceted approach towards your life, and that happens when
Yeah.
you travel, when you read, and when you understand people around. I
Okay.
feel I always still tell students to read a lot. I think you also remember
Hmm.
that reading is still lacking in people. Reading about architecture is not what I am
Yeah.
expecting. We read about fields which are not related to. Yeah.
Okay. So can you hear me? The
Yeah,
voice
yeah,
is
yeah.
not being
You're
cut,
audible.
right?
You're
Yeah.
audible.
Okay.
Am I audible?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. थोड़ा सा कट हुआ था, but now it is fine.
Yeah, yeah.
So Now we want to know about your weekend home.
Yeah.
How did you
Okay.
create that beautiful, what can I say, in the
You
middle of a
know,
city, your own vernacular place of
yeah,
peace, maybe?
yeah. That was again a chance which I had a piece of land in the center of this urban chaos, and then
Yeah.
there were many lot of pressures from lot of people to sell it and develop it and have a flat scheme and earn crores of rupees out of it. But then I thought that let me have a place where I could do nothing.
Art of doing nothing. Yes.
Yeah, and so this urban weekend home idea came into picture,
Okay.
and the idea is that this execution, the construction, and the design should not end
Yeah.
immediately. That it should
Mm-hmm.
prolong at least for 10-15 years,
Okay.
so that every time I go, I do something. Because कोई
Mm-hmm.
चीज अगर पूर्णत्व में आ जाती है तो उसका अपने को क्रेज खत्म हो जाता है.
Yeah, yeah. So you keep on
So
adding to it.
yeah, so it's been around, I think, 4-5 years I've been working on it.
Okay.
So I don't have a loads of people. There is one carpenter, one mistri, and third person is me. At times my son is there.
Okay.
So we four of us
Mm.
work there a lot.
Okay.
And the moment you have yourself working on it, you
Mm.
apply and associate lot of intense relationship with those things. You know,
Yes.
like for
Yes.
example, I am a part of installation of a door.
Mm-hmm.
So every time I open a door, I remember that fact that this has been installed by me.
Yes.
So that is how you associate yourself with your spaces.
And there is
Now,
addition of lot of value to it
lot
because
of value to, lot of personal value to it.
yes.
So this
Yes.
urban weekend home is very personal to me, and it's been there since 4-5 years. I spent a lot of
Yeah.
time there. Now, in this Corona pandemic, this has been a boon to me and my family.
Yeah.
Going there and sitting there. Apart from that, these rural design studies, which we carry out every year and seeing and documenting houses in central India, these studies have helped me a lot to develop these houses. You know, like
Okay.
in those
Mm-hmm.
houses in villages, you'll find that before entering the house, there is a room which is called as dailij or dailaji जिसको बोलते हैं,
Yes. Yes.
जहाँ पे
Yes.
अभी भी बकेट रखा रहता था, पानी रखा रहता था, आने के
Pani
पहले
bhar ke.
आपको सब धो के अंदर जाना है. And
That's what we
that
are
is
doing now.
what we are doing now. Now,
Yes.
this urban weekend home also has a dialogy there, been built last 6 months
Yeah.
ago. So before entering that, you have to have a pause room wherein you sit there and you, unless and until you are allowed to be immediate family member, then you are not allowed there. So
Mm-hmm.
that space
Yeah.
allows you to basically allow people to sit outside for a while, जहाँ तक समय
Yeah.
है,
Yeah.
and then they could cleanse themselves and then enter your house. So that space is still there. But the point is, I feel many a times that this British colonization has changed the vocabulary of Indian housing a lot.
Yes.
One of the
Definitely.
major culprits are the bylaws, the setbacks.
Mm.
So imagine that we don't have a setback for a house, and a house starts from the edge of the plot,
Mm.
but at the same time retains the 50% openness.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's up to the designer as to where to place this openness within that house.
Yes. Into the setback or in the form of a courtyard or
So
something
then
like that.
it allows me the possibility of having hierarchy of various open spaces.
Yes.
So we Indians adapted these British bylaws and have ruined
Mm.
our culture and vocabulary of vernacular architecture into urban setups. And that's why you'll find
Yeah.
all houses separated from each other with a setback, which doesn't make any sense out of it.
Yeah.
So, but if in case I don't think the government would change these bylaws. And unfortunately, this PMRY scheme, which is coming in, wherein the government is giving a lot of money to the villagers to develop their house.
Yes.
So there is this idea of kacha house and pakka house, you know.
Yes.
So kacha house does not have a specification in government rules.
Yeah.
and a pakka house has. So pakka house is basically a brick, concrete, and steel house. A
And
kacha house is a mud
yes.
and kavilu house. And we have seen kacha houses which are 400 years old, 200 years old, still standing, so-called
Yeah.
kacha house.
So called
And
kacha
when the
house.
government, yeah, when the government lends them this money, they
Ah,
insist that the house should be in brick and concrete,
yes.
and they're ruining this vernacular landscape of ours.
Yeah.
So I feel that there should be something, or some of you could take up this issue, wherein one could find out that the core of Indian values is a house, which
Yeah.
is witness to a lot of rituals and a lot of festivals, and these bylaws does not allow you to do that thing. But
Yeah.
still, I have tried to imbibe into those things into my urban weekend home. Even my house basically has all those things, wherein it allows a lot of religious activities, festivals, and events to be taken on itself.
Yeah.
So you have to have a small places which allows you to celebrate these festivals within your house. एक छोटा सा दिया रखने के लिए जगह, या तो ऐसे छोटी
Mm.
छोटी चीजें ये आर्किटेक्ट्स को डिजाइन करके लोगों को देनी चाहिए.
Yeah.
So generally we give them plastic houses, which
Mm.
people over a period of time build them. कि ये सब चीजें फिर धीरे धीरे बनाते हैं, बट वो पहले से हम लोग अगर सोच के बनाए तो ज्यादा अच्छा.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
can add on a lot of value because residences and the households are part of the culture itself. That is why a
Yeah,
house of a potter is different than the house of a maybe
yeah,
tailor or a cobbler in a
yeah,
village.
yeah. But
But
in an
in
urban,
cities, when you
in urban
it,
cities, everything is same.
yeah, we
Also,
cannot
you
differentiate.
go to the length and the breadth of India, you'll find same kind of houses.
Yeah.
But you find villages, you'll change a lot of vocabulary.
Yes.
And there is a direct relationship with their cooking, their dressing, their eating, their festivals. That's what I said, that five
Yeah.
years, go around India, see it, and then come back and practice.
Definitely, a lot of us are hearing you, and we hope that we all pick up many
Yeah,
things from this talk. So, quickly, I think we have just 5-6 minutes more, and this will go off by its
yeah,
own. So, I have
okay,
just one last question. I think this will take that much time also. That
yeah,
after this pandemic, which we are facing right now, and we are seeing that how our lifestyles are being changed and our way of living has changed in these 2 months drastically. So, how do you think, in general, architecture and academics will change post this pandemic's time period?
Well, if in case you look at the development of civilization of human beings, this is a
Yeah.
very small episode.
Hmm.
And I think within a year, things would be again routine the way we were.
Normal.
Yeah, this is what I hope, and there won't be any change in the routine as such. ये कुछ साल पहले
Okay.
टीबी आया था, वो आके है अभी भी, it's
Hmm.
not gone. And obviously we have to take care of ourselves. We have to develop a lot of immunity within ourselves, and those things would be a part of your life. But I
Yeah.
think gradually, over a period of time, things would go back to the normal routine. This is what I hope. Won't change a lot.
Yeah. Because we are hearing a lot of kind of a bubble is being established that अब कोरोना के साथ रहना सीखना पड़ेगा and everything like that.
हाँ है,
So,
वो सब नी जर्क एक्सपोजर्स है लोगों के.
yeah.
I feel like look at the history of human beings, how nature treats you, and nature इतना fragile नहीं है कि इतने से छोटे चीजों से तुम्हारा human being का पूरा change everything. So it won't
Yeah.
change. I think within a year, I hope that things would be routine, back to normal the way we were.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, that's it. We are up with the questions.
Yeah.
And at the end, what suggestions you would like to give us to the Alumni Association?
Yeah,
And
no,
what are you looking?
I should have started it with this, that it's been a fantastic job by you all people to start this alumni association and have an establishment platform of such kind of thing, which is called as iTalk. And it's been
Yeah.
really a great, act of yours, Sandeep, Devesh, you, and so many other people involved into this. and this would
Yeah.
basically goes in with the spirit of ideas and ties with us
Yes.
all of us. And I think this is a very fantastic and terrific idea of having all of us on board and being part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were very
So
hesitant 3 days back when we were starting promotion of this event, and we
no, no,
just
no, no. Yeah,
randomly began a live chat with Darshan initially, then with Ruchita yesterday, then with
yeah,
Eliza we had a talk. So we
yeah.
got a tremendous response that everybody want to be the part of this live chat, and we are going to just quickly start it and have one discussion with each alumni every week.
Yes,
So
that would be
apart
very
from
nice.
formally having a interview which we had today, informally
Yeah.
we would definitely have one alumni
Huh.
with us.
Yes, yes. That would
So
be
that
very
would be
nice.
great.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I would also congratulate all you that you have started a really great act of this and ideas as an institution. Look forward for your creative endeavors of handling alumni. So
Yes.
as
Yes.
we as an institution have habit of doing things differently, I hope you people would also arrive at ideas alumni as an entirely different approach and being part of this
Yes.
endeavor of ideas as a family.
Yes. Definitely, we are looking up to many things in association with college, and we are looking forward to how we can contribute to be with college and organize multifaceted activities and where we can enjoy and be connected with the
Yeah, I would
institution.
also would like to appeal to all alumni that this institute is still theirs. It's always open for
Yes.
them. You could always visit and come and talk, and we would love all of you to be there in the institution. You could come. Those passed out some 4 years back and haven't visited IDEA should come and see how the institute has developed over a period of time, physically and academically
Yes.
also. It's come out very nicely.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, sir.
All the
And
best.
we really feel encouraged by your words for
So
all
happy
of
for
us.
you.
And
So happy.
uh, I would like to thank the whole alumni association who have we are online kind of organizing this event, because it just appears like we are just going to host a live, but there are so many things. It is kind of a actual event which we organize.
Yeah.
So right from designing the logo, for which I would like to thank Chinmay, who helped us a lot for doing this. Amol, Srushti, Devesh, Nikita, Sandeep, everyone,
Yeah.
and Aditi. So it is great that we successfully, I hope so,
Yeah.
completed this first
Yes.
iTalk. And thank you so much, sir, for joining
Thank you,
us.
Shivani. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.